Fox News, I'm Jay Yandel. A South Carolina woman is safe thanks to a truck driver. Anthony Moore says he was driving through Aiken County, South Carolina, when a woman ran into his path.
She came up to my truck. She came in front of the truck. Then it was like the guy was trying to sandwich her between my truck and his car. So then she came up to my truck and said, "Please help me. He's trying to kidnap me." She said I was walking, and he came up behind me and told me he was law enforcement and he needed to take me to the police station for questioning or something like that nature that she said. And he put handcuffs on me and put me in the back of his car. I said, "How did you get out?" She said, "Well, when he went in that little road there," she said, "I noticed that he was in his trunk fumbling around trying to do something, and I noticed his car, he left the car door open." She said, and that's when I proceeded to try to get out of that back seat, make it to the front seat, and get out of that door and ran, and that's where I saw her running across that road.
In an open public letter, Ukraine's Zelensky calls on Putin for a direct negotiation in a neutral country. This Ukrainian soldier says in Ukrainian, "It's not certain that the so-called Russian Federation will respond positively to this letter. But at least we are demonstrating to our partners and allies that we are ready for peace. We are seeking peace." Senate okays $70 billion immigration bill after rejecting efforts to permanently ban Trump's settlement fund. On the Senate floor, Majority Leader John Thune blames Democrats for weeks of delay in funding immigration enforcement.
If Democrats had their way, our nation's borders would be completely unprotected. And criminal illegal immigrants would be allowed to remain in our country and endanger Americans. Democrats' position is not just breathtakingly irresponsible. It's a betrayal of their obligation as members of our government.
Father of 6 imprisoned for rape following one of the UK's worst miscarriages of justice.
In Britain, a father of 6 was sentenced to 21 years in prison for a rape 23 years ago that another man had been wrongly convicted of. Andrew Malkinson spent 17 years in prison, but his conviction was overturned by the Court of Appeals in 2023 after DNA evidence linked Paul Quinn to the crime. Quinn was found guilty in April. Justice Robert Bright says there was no leniency in this case.
You sat back and enjoyed your liberty at the expense of another innocent man.
The judge described the woman Quinn attacked as heroic.
It was obvious to everyone here how excruciating she found it to come back to court a second time, and how much it took out of her. Remarkably, she gave her evidence in plain sight of you.
Malkinson wants compensation from British authorities for the time he spent in prison. The police force in Manchester, England, has since apologized. I'm Ed Donahue.
This is Fox News.
A Virginia man gets life in prison for a double murder scheme in an affair with a Brazilian au pair. During the sentencing hearing, Fairfax County Circuit Judge Penny Escarate called Brendan Banfield's actions evil and calculated.
The disregard of the life of your wife, someone you supposedly loved, is almost unfathomable.
Banfield, a former IRS law enforcement officer, claimed he shot Joseph Ryan after he came across Ryan attacking his wife on the morning of February 24th, 2023. But prosecutors said Banfield and the au pair set Ryan up in a scheme to get rid of his wife, Christine Banfield. Brandon stabbed Christine to death with a knife that Ryan brought. Banfield maintains his innocence.
I'm greatly disappointed in the legal system. The system has failed not only me, but also Christine, my daughter Valerie, the Bensons, and the rest of my family. I was found guilty of a crime that I did not commit.
I'm Haya Panjwani.
Lebanese leaders lash out at Iran and say their country should not be used as a bargaining chip. Lebanon's president and prime minister are criticizing Iran for rejecting the latest ceasefire between the Lebanese government and Israel.
Aren't you fed up with war since 1948? Do you want really to live in peace? Let's sit and talk.
In separate remarks on Friday, they said their country should not be used by Tehran as a bargaining chip in its talks with Washington. The comments by Lebanese leaders came as the Israeli military struck multiple parts of southern Lebanon and issued evacuation warnings for 9 villages, including one that has sheltered thousands of people displaced by the 3-month war. The strikes killed 9 people in 6 locations in southern Lebanon. This is Fax News.